Well, hey folks, welcome to another Mustang about the 67 Stang we've been working on. So in past videos, we've done a lot, right? So we've looked at the front floorboards and inspected those quite thoroughly, found them to be in horrible shape, worse shape than we expected, thanks largely to a leak through the cowl. And of course, in the last video, we went ahead and fixed, or hopefully fixed, the leak that was coming through the cowl, so that won't be an issue anymore. So now it's time to get in and look at the rear floor pans, see if they hold any surprises for us. So before I order any parts or anything, I know what I'm getting into. Do I need to order rear floor pans or not, seat risers and things like that? So let's get in and take a look at those rear floor pans and see what we got to work with. So here we go. Okay, so as we continue to assess the state of the floor pans in the Mustang, I'm looking at the rear driver's side right now. I've gone through and along some of the seams, taken up the seam sealer, which, oh my God, they globbed this stuff on like it was nobody's business. I mean, there were mountains of this stuff in here, to look at where those joins are, see if there's any rust coming up through those seams, and also kind of looking at any areas that have bubbles or anything like that. So actually on the driver's side rear, it's in really good shape. You can see where I've gone through and taken out, by the way, almost all of this area here had the huge glob of seam sealer that literally almost went from this paint line to here and pulled all that out. I'll come back with some new seam sealer later. I'm just trying to get the condition of things in here. I've hit it with wire wheels and some steel wool and wire brushes and things like that around here to get most of it. It looks pretty good. The only real bad problems I found on this side are right in here. You can see there's a little hole here, and there's some pretty, looks like some pitting right in here. And then I've got this hole right here that's pretty big. Of course, I got that big hole right there, but that's supposed to be there. Not quite sure why they put that there, but it's supposed to be there. There's actually a plate that you can see the screw holes on either side that covers that up. These are fairly small, and these are really the only ones I could find. Still have a little rust spot there I need to clear up. But overall, this looks pretty good. I don't think I need to replace the rear one. That hole, I think I can fill with weld when I get a welder. Of course, the whole floor pan stuff is going to require a welder. So there's that. And I think this little one I can fill with weld. But the rest of this thing you can see is solid. I've been using my 4Checker 3000. I think that's what, oh, dang it. Vice Grip Garage guy calls it. So you knock around here trying to check the condition of the metal. It all sounds solid. Nothing's punching through, so I don't think I'm going to need to replace the rear. Now I've still got to do that side, which we'll get to next. But I think we're pretty good on this side. So we'll get to cleaning up the other side now and see what it reveals to us. Okay, so we continue our investigation of the floor pans. So I've been cleaning up the passenger side rear, and it's in good shape. Can't find any rust holes at all. It looks really good. I've checked the seams up in here where it rises for the back seat, dug up in there, and that doesn't look too bad. There's some surface rust in there. That's all the back seam there going into the trunk behind that. So come up here and checked out the seat riser, and it looks all solid metal and whatnot. So I haven't found any holes. Again, I checked it with my I can find it, my floor checker 2000 or 3000. It was in here somewhere. Which, of course, I don't find it now, but you get the idea. I don't need to paint on the floor again. But yeah, it's all good solid metal back here, so I don't have to worry about the rear. My only concern with all of this is, you know, we know about the front, right? Now let me put some light on the subject if I can get the light out. Right, we know how bad the front is. What I can't really get into is this seat riser. So this, you can see it rises up off the floor pan. This is what the seats mount to. And I can't really get a good look down inside to see, oops, where's the, you know, how good or bad those are. Cord to the light up here, some you can see in there, but yeah, even showing some light in there is not really working out too well for us. Let's see if I can shine it in from the side and see what we got. Yeah, I just can't see in there good enough to tell what's going on, to see how solid it is up under there. So that concerns me. That may mean I need to pull the seat riser out. It's only spot welded in, so that shouldn't be too hard from what I've seen on YouTube. But anyway, so I guess that's about it. The condition of the floors is both good and bad. I mean, is what it is. We found that the front passenger side was worse than we expected. The front driver's side was as bad as we expected, but things could be a whole lot worse. The you know, 2/3 of the floor is in decent shape. We hopefully got the leak issue with the cowl fixed, so once we get the new floor pans to put in here, they won't go to pot. So we should be good, you know, assuming that I can get the tools to fix it. So with all that, we'll call it a video. So looks like we got lucky with the rear floor pans. They're in really good shape from what I could see. Just some small rust issues on the driver's side. Nothing I think that's going to require replacing them. The passenger side rear is completely solid. It's good. Again, I probably got to pull those seat risers out just to see what's underneath them, because the front lip on both those risers had some rust. The driver's side was much worse than the passenger side. So I don't really know how bad or good that is. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to need just in case that seat under the seat riser is bad, a full floor pan for the driver's side. Probably won't use the back. I cut that off. And then a long floor pan on the passenger side. Now the other thing is the rust on the driver's side is going up towards the firewall under that toe board, kick board, whatever it's called. So I'm going to have to get some sheet metal to replace that as well, because it's rusted through on both sides, passenger and driver's side. So we got some work ahead of us. Said I've got to get a welder before I can get that done. Luckily on the driver's side, I did order and have a short floor pan for the driver's side, so I've been laying that down so I could work under the car for the rewiring and the cleaning of the cowl and all that kind of stuff. So there we have it. That's the condition of the floors in the car. It could be a lot worse. I've seen a lot worse on various YouTube videos. So we got lucky, I guess. Long look at things, it's not as bad as it could be. So that's a good thing. So With that, y'all go have a good rest of your day. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Make sure to check out all of our other videos that go all the way back to over a year ago when we started working on the car, getting it running for the first time after it had been sitting for 22 plus years. Make sure to hit the notification bell so you can be notified when we get new videos posted. And leave a comment, give it a thumbs up, thumbs down, all that good stuff. You know the drill. Anyway, I'll see y'all in the next video.